How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys another awesome Pokemon Sun and Moon reveal trailer. Now, there's a lot of good information that has come out of this, so let's go through, let's watch the trailer, and of course, let's dissect it and show you guys all the hidden information that you guys may have not noticed while watching the trailer the first time. So, if you guys are excited for the episode, definitely smash that like button, and of course, check out all the links in the description where you guys can watch me play Pokemon Sun and Moon on day one. It's going to be great. So, I'm going to hide for a second, and let's watch this, shall we? Okay, well, there we have it. Pretty cool, huh? There's a lot of information that they gave us. So, like usual, let's go through, let's dissect it, let's react to what exactly we saw over here. So, right off the bat, we get a taste of the Legendaries. Powerful legendary Pokemon. Right here, Solga Leo. Solga Leo. I'm going to call him Solga Leo. Because Sol meaning sun, Leo meaning lion, Solga Leo. Sounds good, right? Anyway, so right off the bat, Solga Leo is a steel psychic Pokemon, similar to Metagross, and his ability is full metal body, as we can see over here. Let's see what that actually does. We're actually revealing. So this is interesting right over here. Of course, it's always a good disclaimer to put, hey, game footage is not final. So this isn't even his final form. How cool is that? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That's his final form. But anyway, so Salamence, whenever you can draw, ability Intimidate. Full Metal Body actually prevents that from happening. So very much like Metagross. So Metagross's ability Clear Body allows the exact same thing. I don't know if there's anything else on that, but that's pretty cool. So let's take a look. He's got the sun logo on his forehead. Right down on it and knocks him out. Okay, so before we go into the next Pokemon, let's actually take a look at Solga Leo a little bit further, simply by going over to the official site, right over here, PokemonSunMoon.com. You guys can see that right over there, /Solga Leo. So 11'2", 507 pounds. Alright, so here we go. Since ancient times, Solga Leo has honored as an emissary of the sun. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that devours the sun. Solga Leo's body holds a vast amount of energy, and it shines with light when it's active. It has a flowing mane, and with a remarkable resemblance to the sun, its signature move is Sunsteel Strike, an attack that charges at an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. So that's cool. So moves that disregard abilities. So if you have Sturdy, for example, it's going to go right through that Sturdy and knock you out. That is pretty sweet. Wow, wow. Or if you have, if you're fighting a multi-scale Dragonite, that's just going to go right through that multi-scale. Oh my, okay, that's interesting. Alright, Solga Leo's ability is Full Metal Body, a ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Full Metal Body ability, the Pokemon stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent's moves or ability. I want to say that's the exact same thing as, Metagross's Clear Body, but it could be something else. Let me know what in the comments. But anyway, the next Pokemon is going to be Lounala. But of course, let's go watch it on the trailer so we know exactly what's up. So here we go, right back to this, and play. So the reveal of Lounala, I'll kind of step aside over here. Psychic Ghost typing, that's pretty sweet. I love that combination a lot. And, wow, yeah, Shadow Shield, pretty cool. Let's actually take a look at Lunala's special signature attack, which right over here is going to be, I think they call it Moon Dice. Looks like there's some sort of third eye Moon Dice right at Gengar for super effective damage. That is pretty cool. Alright, so with that, let's go read a little bit about Lounala. So here we go. 13 foot tall, 264 pounds, psychic and ghost with the ability Shadow Shield. Since ancient times, Lounala has been honored as an emissary of the moon. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that calls the moon. Lounala is constantly absorbing light and converting it into energy. With its wings spread to absorb the surrounding light and glittering like a crescent moon, it resembles a beautiful night sky. Lunala's signature move, Moongeist Beam attack, releases an ominous beam of light that disregards the target's ability. Okay, so same concept. Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Shadow Shield ability, a Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. So, less damage, right over here, taking less damage from an attack when you're at full HP. Not really sure about that. Is that the same thing as Dragonite's multi-scale, where, you can roost back up to full damage and you can take literally 50%? I don't know. But it's a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Maybe just by name, that's what they meant? I don't know, but that's still an awesome ability, seriously. So make sure to have the rocks up whenever you're fighting against this guy. Okay, that is really awesome. All right, so back to this. Now, we're actually going to talk about this picture here, because this picture, it pans out a little bit, and it shows us all of the different islands of the Alola region. This is pretty cool, considering the fact that this is the very first island in the very first reveal trailer right over here. You guys can see the little platform, the battle platform, the little shrine over here, and of course the mysterious woods that is right behind there. And then of course the winding path that we've actually seen right over here that leads to one of 3 different ways. The little island on the side, right down here, the Pokemon Center, little beach, little volcano, couple islands. We've seen that. And then, in every single trailer, we see them running down this street over here in this city-looking area. So that looks pretty cool. We see a couple buildings over here in the back. Not really sure what this is going to be. And this looks like a docking port area. So right off the bat, there's going to be many more islands, it looks like. So this is going to be possibly like another populated island over here. Looks like some sort of, I don't know if this is going to be another battle area or maybe just a little fountain, but it looks like some sort of building over here. Looks like some recently erupted volcanic activity happening over here, hence the smokestacks. So maybe we'll find some fire-type Pokemon over there. Not really sure what this thing is over here, but this is some sort of building and or waterfall area. That looks pretty cool. And of course, some more city streets over here, leading off a little bridge. Maybe this is some sort of Pokemon Center area, and you can see some crowded off area where you can't go past, which we've seen right over here. So that's interesting. And then another area right over here with a lighthouse, some other building, and more forest action. Right over here is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if this is like the hub of where you have to go at the very end once you collect all the badges, and like maybe the Elite Four hangs out over here on this. Looks kind of like either an island or a gigantic yacht. I don't even know. But this island over here looks pretty decent. It looks like some sort of battling altar right over here, so that's pretty cool. Maybe this is the altar where you find the legendary Pokemon. So that altar where we see the Sun and Moon logos in the back in the very first reveal trailer, maybe this is where that happens. So that's pretty interesting. Another dock, as you guys can see, more volcanic activity, hence the steam, and a gigantic tree. I wonder if this tree has any significance to the storyline. Another island right off the bat behind my head over here. And of course, we've got this gigantic island. So this is the biggest island I would see, maybe, based off of the angle that the picture is taken. So many different docking areas, a little backyard water areas where you could probably surf to these different islands over here. Way up top, it looks like some ice activity, so you can tell that this is super high up, hence the ice. And then, of course, maybe like another battle area here. Probably this is a Pokemon Center. Maybe you got some little desert area. Yeah, so this looks pretty cool. Another lighthouse-looking spot. Docking bay over here. You can see the ships heading over to the dock. And this one just heading out over here. And some ships pretty much sailing over here. So this is awesome. This is a very good... And I mean, this is directly based off of Hawaii, as we all thought in the very first reveal trailer. So that's pretty cool, just kind of analyzing that. So welcome to the Alola region. Okay, we've seen this before. This, I want to say, is on the very top area, right over here, with an out view towards the island, which looks pretty cool. We see him running in the sunset. Really nothing too new and exciting over here, besides the fact that we see more of the female gameplay. The female's stuck with this silly little hat. A lot of people don't like the hat, but I don't mind it. So moving on, what else do we see here? Okay, so we see trainer customization is officially confirmed. We've seen it in the Japanese trailer at the very first reveal trailer, that when the kid was playing his game, we looked over his shoulder and we saw this exact screen. So trainer customization is in, but it only looks like you can choose the skin tone of your character, or if you're going to be a boy or a girl. So it's kind of limiting. But who knows, maybe later on we can go through and get new hats and accessories like we did in Pokemon X and Y. Alright, so here we go. My assumption of Professor Green Glasses is true. So I had a feeling that he was going to be the main professor in the game. So Professor Kukui is pretty interesting. He's a cool guy. He's got the lab coat, got the green glasses, nice little rainbow logo. And he says the Alola region is made up of several islands. So we've seen that. So maybe the gigantic yacht is maybe not a yacht, because if this is considered an island, who knows? Maybe. And this is pretty cool. So maybe he's actually talking to you through your brand new Pokedex, right? The Rotom Dex? Okay, anyway. And then this, it looks like maybe we get alerts or notifications within the Rotom Dex that we have a movie ready to be watched. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. I like that. So he says that that could be the reason the region is chock full of nothing but rare Pokemon. Yeah. It could be. Okay, so now we have Lily. Alright, well, actually, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's look at Kukui, actually. So, Alola region. We've seen this. Your new adventures in Pokemon Sun and Moon will take place on tropical islands of Alola. Centers around 4 islands, rich in natural beauty. Okay, so 4 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this may not be an island. This could be just a straight-up yacht or something. Many Pokemon have been never seen before and occupy these islands. Okay, so the people of Alola, we've seen this. Colorful people in addition to fascinating Pokemon. Meet some of the folks you'll encounter as you travel through the Alola region. Hero and heroine, okay. The story begins right after your character has moved to the Alola region. No sooner have you arrived and your adventures to begin to unfold, you'll meet many new people and Pokemon as you grow and learn. You can choose the gender and how you look. So here we go. Professor Kukui is the dependable Pokemon professor. He lives near your home and looks out for you. He's passionate about his research into Pokemon moves and sometimes taken direct hits from Pokemon when there was something to be learned from it. Sporting a white lab coat slung casually over his bare torso, he shows off his own unique style. So here's Professor Kukui. Now, Lily is interesting. I kind of want to go back to this. So Lily, right off the bat, Kukui's mysterious assistant. So there's some sort of dark chasm, it looks like, or maybe on the edge of some sort of I don't know, some mountain, that you stumble upon her right at this bridge, and you're like, okay, so who is she? And why does she have this menacing look on her face? And she's got a pretty cool Pokeball sling bag right over her shoulder. So Kukui's mysterious assistant. So let's see. Lily is a mysterious girl who assists the professor. This young girl is about the same age as your character, and she's working as Professor Kukui's assistant for personal reasons. She's not fond of making Pokemon fight in battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Devoured, that's an interesting verb. Not read, not learned about, but devoured. Is she a monster? Okay, Lily's clearly a Pokemon that eats books. No, I'm kidding. Lily will play an important role in the story of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Okay. That's not weird at all, devouring books. Alright, so here's How. How's a funny guy. We all assumed that he was going to be your rival or friend or anything like that. So, yeah, he gets really excited. Hoo-hee, that gave me chicken skin. That's a similar phrase to, like, goosebumps. Whenever you get, like, really excited and, like, your skin, like, bumps up. We call it goosebumps. Some people call it chicken skin. So this is your new friend in Alola. So that's pretty cool. He's pretty excited. His name is How. And that's really it. So that's all we learn about How. Alright, so let's go over here. Your friend How. How is a Pokemon-loving young boy with a big appetite. He's the same age as your character. When you move to the Alola region, he makes friends with you right away. He has a real weakness for Malasada, a famous tree in the Alola region, and he is always in search of Malasada shops. He is a big-hearted boy who really loves Pokemon. So now, with the Malasada, that's interesting, because what I did was I actually Googled up what Malasada is. I've never heard of it before, but apparently it's some sort of Portuguese confection made out of egg-sized balls of yeast dough that's deep-fried and coated with granulated sugar. So, pretty much donuts. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So, I would like to have a Malasada one day, but I'm sure that it's just a sugar donut. So, that's pretty awesome. I love that. That is cool. Alright, so Malasada, he's chasing after that. Now let's look again at the Rotom Dex over here. Okay, so we got Rotom Dex. There's a Rotom in your Pokedex. So he says, Zert, nice to meet you, pal. Gentle on the goods, okay? So this is the next generation of Pokedexes, but it's only complete once Rotom has gone into this body specially developed for it. So this is interesting. Does this mean that we will be given a Pokedex, just a blank one? We'll be given this blank Pokedex over here, and then maybe we'll have to go get an auto-capture Rotom somewhere, where we go like into the cave and, hey, a wild Rotom appeared, okay? And it's like, maybe the tutorial. The tutorial's like, okay, this is how you catch Pokemon. And then you bust out your starter, you whittle him down, or maybe the Professor, Kukui, will bust out his Pokemon and whittle him down and say, okay, hey, throw a Pokeball. And then it's an auto-capture, and then you get this Rotom, and then you pretty much fuse it with the blank Pokedex. That's pretty cool. That's my theory of how that's going to come to be. A whole new way for people in Pokemon to communicate. Woo! So Alola region, cool features. There's actually a lot of cool. So since we're talking about the Rotom Dex, let's actually look at this. Record your adventure in the Rotom Dex. The Rotom Pokedex is your ally on your journey. The Pokedex is a convenient tool that records information about the Pokemon you see and catch during your adventure. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, your character receives a special Pokedex from Professor Kukui to support you in your travels. It's known as the Rotom Pokedex and is inhabited by Rotom, a Pokemon with the power to reside in various electronic appliances. It does much more than record Pokemon info. It sparkles with its own personality. The Rotom Pokedex shows current location and next destination, and also gives you advice where to go next based on the conversations you've had with others. It is likely to be of great help to you in many parts of your adventure. So that's pretty cool. Rotom Dex is an extremely rare device. There are only a few trainers who have one, even in the Alola region. So here we go. We got some pretty cool art for it. Now, what's interesting about this art is that we see his little bracelet for the very first time. Now, this is pretty cool because it also holds the stone. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it holds the stone inside the logo of Pokemon Sun and Moon for the Japanese version. So this, oh, wow, there's a lot of theories behind this thing. So this is the first time we've seen something like that, and you can kind of see which way to go. So I like that. I like that the Rotom Dex also gives you the ability to see your current location and your next destination, and it gives you advice on where to go next based on the conversations you have with others. So that makes the game a little bit more accessible to the younger audiences who don't really necessarily know where to go, and that's super cool to me because you can go through, you can, in case you're lost or forget where you're going, you bust out the Rotom Dex and it'll say, hey, you need to go over here. That's cool. A little bit of hand-holding, I appreciate that, but yeah, this whole thing right over here, this shard, this Pokemon shard, that's pretty interesting that it's now in your wristlet. Wow. Okay, well, there we have it. Let's actually do one more thing. So, in case you guys haven't seen already, that on my main channel page over here, I usually have some live streams right over here in this section called Upcoming Live Streams. If you guys take a look over here, we got Pokemon Sun and Moon right here on day 1 in 169 days of when this video was recorded. So, November 18th, 2016, although the trailer said November 23rd, that is the UK release date. The US is going to be getting it a little bit earlier, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that, so go US of A. But anyway, you guys can come over here, hang out in the comment section. You guys can chat about Pokemon. Hello! You guys can chat about Pokemon whenever you guys want to, and pretty much just wait until it comes out. So there's a lot of time until then, but, of course, hopefully we'll get some new information. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video and all of my narrations and analyses, definitely smash that like button. And, of course, subscribe for even more Pokemon Sun and Moon by clicking right over here. Of course, if you want to watch the Pokemon Sun and Moon playlist, you guys can take a look right over here. Watch the newest video on my channel here and some recommendations right over this way. So, I'm pretty excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I hope you guys are too. So, I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, there's going to be some more news within the month and just leading up to the new release. I want to see everything. So let me know your comments, any kind of questions, anything that I missed in the trailer. Let me know in the comment section below and just chat about it. I would love to read all those. So we'll see you guys on the next Pokemon Sun and Moon coverage. Bye now.